So repeat after me. I am abundant.
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 Okay, so if you feel weird with that, because you're really, your mind's going like, I'm really not, then you can say, I'm in the process of becoming abundant. Okay, so let's do that. I'm in the process. Let's do it again. I'm in the process.
I am in the process
of becoming abundant.
of becoming abundant.
Does that feel a little better? Yeah, abundant. So I have a recent download. It's like a download. It's really a download from the divine. Guru has this student. Student says, teach me about humility. Guru takes a 3-day trip into the woods with the student. And they reach this house. And it's a very poor house. Very deteriorated, looks very, Chicago. Knock on the door, it's night, they're tired, They ask if they can stay in, and, it's very humble people say yes, of course. They notice their clothing is very dirty, old, broken. The floors in the house are dirty and of dirt. I'm thinking Spanish and coming out with English. Bear with me. And they see a cow in the back. They have like a little space, and dinner comes, and they serve dinner, which is just a little cup of milk. It's the cow story. Has anybody heard this story before? Because I heard it last week. It's amazing. I really needed that, actually, to hear it. Explain why later. Have their dinner, go to sleep. In the middle of the night, the teacher wakes up, the guru wakes up, the master wakes up, and goes in the back and slits the cow's throat. Kills the cow. Wakes up the student. Hey, let's go. Leave. Student is like, what's going on? Like, if he was texting, it would be like, WTF. OMG. So, a year later, they come back. They bring the student back to the house, and sure enough, they see a very different house. They see a new house, like almost a mansion. I mean, they're in the woods, in the mountains, but it's like really nice looking house. They knock on the door, sure enough, Billy. It was the same people living there, wearing amazing clothes. I mean, they looked like new. The floors were with tiles, yeah? Tiles? Tiles. Decorated. They even have food on the table. No cow. So, the guy says, I remember you guys, right? I remember you. The night you came and visited, that night a thief came and killed the only thing that we had. And you know what? Our world just broke down. We really, that was such a hard time. Because that was all we had. But then there was some beans. And that was the only thing, we saw. And then we said, yeah, let's just plant those beans. And we planted the beans, and sure enough, the beans grew. So at least, we had something to eat, but then they grew even more to the point where we had a lot of beans. And we said, you know what, we should start eating something else than beans. So they start exchanging it with other, and they start selling the beans, and they became the bean provider of the whole community, and people would come from everywhere to buy beans. So they became their reality completely changed to something they would have never imagined. So what cow do you need to slit in your life? Is it to tear down the walls in your office and have the open adjusting areas, how Dr. Tracy was talking about? Is it to stop acting as if and go seek a different career? Is your cow maybe getting up early in the morning and doing the things that you know you have to do to prepare for the day? I don't know, maybe it's to commit to doing a team training every week. Maybe it's, as it was for me just recently, to terminate a relationship that just, you knew it wasn't. How hard? Because I surf, so I can relate to it. I've been surfing all my life. And when he says that surfing is a religion, he's not kidding. Like there's nothing, I mean, it's like surfing and adjusting is like right there. And getting on stage and feeling like this uncomfortableness, nervousness, it's like a drug. What do you need to let go of? Man, I know it's hard. I'm going through it right now. I understand. I feel you. It's hard. There's so much uncertainty. Because you don't know. And here's the thing. I'm getting the goosebumps, man. The universe will provide with it to you exactly what you need in the moment. Yesterday, Chuck Ridley sat next to me. He doesn't know what's going on with me, and I'm feeling good. See, I'm living the moment. I'm loving it. I'm happy, just being with chiropractors. I enjoy you guys so much. And the energy of the student, that is like that's premium gas. Gasoline. And see, God told me through him exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. Nothing new. Nothing new. I knew all of that, but I just needed to hear it from him. So if you're in that process of trying to decide whether to sleep a cow in your life or not, because most probably that's why you're here, to get more certainty so you can move forward into an uncertain aspect in your life. They say that the amount of uncertainty, the quality of your life is directly related to the amount of uncertainty you can handle. Not knowing what's going to happen. But then this is where faith comes in. And then you trust. And that's when you practice, and you practice those, what you've been learning and what you have been reading. That's when you practice what you have been learning and reading in all these books and these seminars. That's when you apply it, and that's when you humble yourself and say, man, I don't know. Squat. Shikata. So, doctors, can you stand up for me just a moment, please? So students, these are the doctors. I talked to each and every one of them. And they say that they were going to buy you a ticket for the luncheon tomorrow. So just seek them out. You heard them, they say they were abundant. has 3 tickets to give out. Approach him. I'm gonna donate one adjustment, so that's 3 tickets also. So just approach me and
We have 47 left.
we have 47 left, and there's like more than 47 doctors. So I love and appreciate you so much. I'm gonna see you in November. Who's coming in November? Yeah!